Okay. Uh, Here we are. Everything looks good. Oh, I gotta turn this off. Alright, just uploaded an update to Drake Technologies to Zellers. With so many changes, I probably have left a few things broken or undone. Huh. Hey, maybe I should try that today. I don't have a good agenda other than that, so maybe I should play with that if you're ready for it. But it's okay if not. I know you just uploaded it, so maybe you're not ready for it. But beyond that, I can talk a little bit about what I've been up to. I am so close. I really wanted to do a release, a 1.8 beta 1 release, a few days ago. I just ran into a whole bunch of things that I wanted to fix. But I'm done with the code. I'm just writing up the documentation. I'm writing up the API changes. I just finished writing up the multiverse post. This as beta 1, it's fairly feature complete. I know it's still got bugs and it's still got tweaks that we have to do, but it's good enough to show to Steam. So this release I'll definitely put up on Steam. So I want to kind of have a little bit of an announcement. Not a big announcement, but enough of an announcement. So let me show you a couple things that I just did, which I hope you're excited about. Basically, I fixed a couple of bugs that I think you guys are gonna... Wait, actually, let me get out of here. Let me go to... Oh, I don't even have it. Let me just... I guess I can do it from here. Let me go get a fleet, and I can show you kind of what I'm talking about. I can actually even show you here. One of the things I've been working on is some of the friendly fire code. The friendly fire code for sure was a little buggy, and I think I figured out one thing about it that may help. And one thing that I did to help me debug some of this stuff. Let me just show you some stuff. First, I added a new debug message called debug set. And this function basically will let you turn on various visual displays to help you debug various things. It's going to be useful for me, obviously, to debug things, but I think it'll be useful for you guys if you're doing mods. And as you come up with ideas for more debugging aids within the game, let me know, and then we can try to add them. So let me show nav paths, for instance. You can do dbg set show nav paths to true, and basically what it'll do is it'll show you the actual path that these ships calculate to get to various places. So this will help. Yeah, like this is a good example. It's probably some of these ships over here trying to get there. It's a stale path. We kind of remember these paths. Let me see if any of these guys gonna wander around and need a path. Maybe I should go somewhere else. Maybe I'll dislodge one guy. Oh, there we go. So these guys decided to leave, and they'll show us the path that they're taking. So this just helps you to debug to see, if ships are getting stuck for whatever reason, or if you just why are ships going through a white dwarf. That helps a little bit, and so that's with that setting. I would expect to have other things showing up, but they are not yet. So, yeah, so now you can see. I think these guys are not interesting. These guys are just going to go to the Stargate. They don't need a map path for that. Yeah. Alright, well, whatever. I can show you some more later. Then the other thing I did is, oops, sorry, I don't need to pause. Is show line of fire. And what that does is for each ship, it shows, what you would expect their line of fire. Red means if the line of fire is red, it means it's blocked by something, and if it's blue, it means it's not blocked. So obviously these guys are all blocked. Let's see if we can find. We can do an arena. Let's go to the arena and see how that might work. Let's see. Whoa. This is interesting. This is, I don't want to say a bug, but it's a side effect. Those are all the gladiators that have been created, but are suspended. So they happen to be there, and I don't know. I should disable suspended painting, but that's still happening. Okay. This thing probably is not going to help you guys that much. Sign, fight. Okay. Alright, let's pause here. Okay, so let's decode this a little bit. Let's decode this a little bit. PM says, I blow up suspended ships with my God mod. That's awesome. So check this out. Let's look at this ship, for instance. This ship is basically saying, this is the line of fire, this blue line, and it's clear. But this yellow line is basically the straight ahead. That's the direction that the ship is actually facing. And when you shoot the missile, it'll go in this direction. The thing is, because this ship is moving, that way, has some velocity. When you actually fire the shot, even though you're firing it this way, the shot will gain some velocity because of the ship, and so that the path it'll actually take is this blue path. Now, this just helps you kind of visualize what's going on. Previous to this, the friendly fire code was testing to see to look along this path, the line of essentially the direction that the weapon's firing, not this path, the actual path that the shot would take. And so sometimes you can imagine that this is a perfect case where line of fire would say, hey, line of fire is blocked because there's this ship in the way, but in reality it's not blocked. It's actually, because the missile is going to move a little bit this way. And there are also cases where you'd have the exact opposite, where even though this is not blocked, this actually is blocked, and so it doesn't detect it, and it fires anyways, even though it's not working. So here we can kind of step through and watch as these guys. Actually, this is not going to help at all because these guys are never blocked. These are all enemies. I'm not quite sure why this guy thinks he's blocked. Maybe I should look at that because he shouldn't be blocked. Unless he's trying to. Oh, I'll have to figure out. These guys should never be blocked, really, because they're all enemies. I wonder if they think they're about to hit this thing or something. Huh, this is interesting. I guess maybe this will help me to debug other stuff. It's possible that this guy thinks that it's going to hit this station and therefore tries not to fire, even though it really should. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I mean, this guy also, his line of fire is right there. I think my line of fire calculation might need a little bit of adjustment. But this is good. This is I get to, with this kind of thing, I can visualize what's going on. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Can I get out of here? Yes, I can. You guys weren't expecting this. Okay. Alright. Let's go. A5 is a good system usually for a carrier. Is there a carrier around here? Oh, there's the Terra won't give me missions though. Oh, by the way, here's some more nav path stuff. Oh, there's the Pacifica. Let's go to the Pacifica. Yes, so Fat Rat Knight says it takes into account weapon shot speed. I take it yes, which is correct. Assume Pseudonym says, and this is the joy of the dev stream. Fix something, show it off, find out it's not quite as fixed as expected. Yeah, that's not the first time this has happened, is it? It's definitely not the first time. By the way, look at this. This also tells you something else. I've made a couple of other fixes to the friendly fire, to the friendly line of fire calculations. Notice these two guys are blocked. They're blocked because, you know, this guy is too close. Actually, no, sorry, this guy is too close. This red circle, it means an object that's blocking something. So this guy is blocked by this guy, and this guy is blocked by that guy. And that makes sense. These, I changed the line of fire a little bit so that there's a little bit more. If another ship is really close to you, you just don't try to fire, even though you might be able to sneak out. In this case, especially now that these guys have dual weapons, they would definitely be blocked. So that's what I did. Let's go fleet rank. Let's get some fleet rank. Let's get military ID, and let's take these guys out. Let's hope for. Actually, what I want to do. Well, let's. I do wish I knew what my rank was. I think I'm now a fleet commander. Okay, let me find the mission that's for fleet commanders. Sorry for a second. I want to find the mission. This one I think is for fleet commanders. Okay, I think this is good. Let me just try it. I think this is gonna work. Take a flight of Britannia's perfect. This is exactly what I want. Although to be honest, Britannia's need a little bit of help right now. They're not a good example necessarily. Oh, unknown hostile the other way. Let's see. We'll do a little furball with these guys once we get here. Oh, jeez. Is that what I'm supposed to destroy? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Break an attack. And now we'll do a pause. Okay. Let's flip through. Okay, so you can kind of... I have no idea what this is about. That looks like uninitialized variable. Something is like changing randomly, which doesn't make, I think this is probably because, and something I need to fix, this is probably particle weapons are, for whatever reason, not quite using the same algorithm. That's pretty funny. I'll have to fix that. Yeah, I think it's because it's a cloud weapon that's not quite using the same algorithm. It's probably something about, oh, you know what else? You know what it is? I think I know what it is. It's that the speed is random. Because it's a particle weapon, the speed of the shot is random. Ah, okay. I know how to fix this. This is an easy fix. Basically, to calculate that path, I'm calculating I need to know the speed of the missile so that I can add the velocity of the ship. But if the speed of the missile is random, I'm getting different values every time I paint, which is what's happening here. So I need to take the average value, not a random value. Okay, so that's easy. Let me write that down. I'm so glad I'm doing this. Okay, and the other one was in arena, some shots blocked. Why? Okay, I don't know. All right, but everything else, let's check it out just to make sure what it's doing. So this looks good. This looks good. This guy is clearly blocked by that guy. This guy is blocked both by this guy and this guy, even though this guy's not highlighted. But of course, it's too late. This guy already shot a missile, I think, because this guy moved into the way before. Let's let's keep going and we'll see. So these guys are clear, and indeed they are clear. These guys say they're blocked, which indeed they are blocked, so they shouldn't be firing, and they won't be. Now everybody's clear. Now let's see who else fires. Somebody just fired. Can't see what's going on. I'm gonna have to go this way. Oh jeez. Okay. Let's keep going. That guy's not gonna hit me. Is anybody? Someone just fired. That's this guy. Okay, so this guy just fired. His shot was not blocked. But look, 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 look. Watch this, watch this, watch this. This guy is going to move right in the way and get hit by it. Bam. That we're not going to be able to stop. I mean, you saw that. There's no, at the time that this guy let off his shot, the line was totally clear. But then this guy just stupidly moved in the way. I'm not sure what to do about that. If we widen the cone and just say, hey, you know, don't shoot if anyone's even close to it, I'm not sure that we will. I think then you might never fire, or there might be too many false positives. So I don't know if that's going to be. I don't know if we can ever fully prevent friendly fire. All we can do is just make it a little bit better. This looks like, oh, well, I guess I'm about to die. This looks like a pretty crazy battle. I can barely see what's going on, but and I don't think the Phobos is even taking much damage. So, anyways, my point in all this is, now that I don't understand. Actually, I do understand. That's ejecta. But my point in all this is that I think I've gone as far as I can with the line of fire code. So I think the line of fire code is not going to improve the situation. The next set of changes to make it, in order to prevent friendly fire, the next set of changes I think is going to have to be make the AI smarter. We're going to have to somehow, particularly when fighting with a group of wingmen like this, I think we're going to need to have the wingmen just be smarter about where they're positioned and where they're aiming. Maybe it shouldn't turn into a fur ball, but they should somehow be a little bit more cohesive as a unit. I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what to do, but I think the next set of changes is going to have to be about the AI, not about the actual friendly fire. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm gonna die, and if not, Britannia's gonna die. Oh, the Britannia's already died. Wow, that was fast. That was pretty fast. Yeah, I don't think I will survive. Doing pretty well avoiding so far. And my luck's about to run out. There goes my luck. Nice. Okay, let me read. Super difficult question. How can you interact with staff when the time is frozen? Interact with stuff. How can you interact with stuff when the time is frozen? Yeah, I think I don't think it's any different. I'm not sure if you mean interact with stuff via the API or if you mean as a player. I just don't know. I don't know what exactly you mean, so you'll have to clarify. The Phobos dot on LRS turned green after he exploded. Yeah, that is that's technically not a bug. It's that after you die, the point of view at the center becomes um, not the player, and so now it's I think it's a neutral. It's neutral, so I think it's no longer an enemy. But I I mean I agree. It's looks silly, so we can fix that. Um, Preventing friendly fire is easier, just make projectiles not hit friendlies. Yeah, but to be serious, a better course of action would be to make AI avoid projectiles. It's not difficult to predict if you're going to run into a bullet or not. It's not difficult to predict, but unfortunately it's not clear that you can do something about it in time. I think even, as particularly in that case, I think it certainly looked like the Britannia only had maybe five ticks, 5 frames to get out of the way, and I don't think it could turn, to thrust away in time to avoid that shot. So I'm not sure that would totally work. I mean, let's think about how people avoid fire in real life. To avoid friendly fire in real life, I think the way you do it is you make sure all your guys are on one side and all the enemies are on the other side. You never get into a situation where you're in a furball, or else you are just like, there's no way that you can prevent shooting at each other. So I'm thinking if there's a way for the AI to somehow figure out how to stay on one side, that's all I can think of. Failing that, I think it may have to be a matter of being smart about who's engaging whom, and maybe try to engage in a smart way so that it's not 10 people trying to engage one target. That might be why. This is why Britannias are not good world ship killers. Yeah, I think that's right. The updated. By the way, I don't know if you've. I should show you guys the updated. Where's my? Oh, where's I think the Pacifica's up here somewhere. I can turn this stuff off too. The updated Centurions, I think, are working well. Oh, my goodness. I need missiles for this. I'd forgotten how useful missiles are. Okay. And I'm going to turn this off because I don't think we need this anymore. Let me go to the Pacifica and let me show you some stuff. So the Centurions, I really think in this version are a lot better. They're a lot more resilient and more useful. The Britannias, I think, have not kept up. It's interesting. Just flipping the Centurions from ion to thermo really does give them an advantage. The Britannias, I think, have not quite caught up, both in terms of, I think they're not armored up to the same level. They probably need some heavier armor so that they can survive longer. And I don't know, they might need either thermo weapon. I don't know. If they stay with a star cannon or some kind of ion weapon, I think they will need a secondary weapon of some sort. That's thermo. I mean, I know they have missiles, so maybe that's enough. But we have to do something, I think, to make the Centurions a little bit more to last a little bit longer. Okay. Let's see how this works. I think this works. Is it fleet rank? No. What is my rank? Oh, okay, so I think I just started. I just started. Okay, but watch. Oh, hey, wait, what's going on? Oh, bummer. I apologize. I didn't even start a new game. No wonder they're using the old stuff. I'm sorry. I guess I loaded an old game when I should have started a new one. Oh, actually, you know what? I want to upgrade 9 because that gets me the Medusas. And I did tone down the Medusas, so you'll see. Let me get a military ID, and let me go. Let's go to A5, which is probably got something good. There's the Terra again. The Terra always seems to be in either A5 or GNS1. Anybody else here? Let's see where everyone else is. Is the music really loud, by the way? Someone said that the music was really loud. Let me just fix that if I can. Seems to be pretty low. I've got it set pretty low. Maybe. Let me do one last thing. Let me. It's probably this guy. Let me. Yeah, I guess it is a little loud. I'm not sure where to. Don't think. Oh well, I don't know if that helps. That might help a little bit. Well, let me know. Hopefully that helped a little bit. I don't know exactly. But if not, let me know. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Ooh, where'd I go? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Got in the middle of That's easy. Okay. Okay. I was gonna find the. Let's see where all the carriers are. There's one in A1, the American. Okay, let's go to see A1. All right. Oh, I can't believe I'm wasting Medusas on these guys. Okay, there's A1. Here we go. America. And now let's do fleet rank. Fleet rank 1, I want 2, I think I want 3. 3 is where I think I start getting Centurions. No, this is a crap one. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Guess I should follow a nav path. Before I do that, let me do something different. Let me actually find a rank 3 mission. refugee convoy, no. I want escort freighter, no. How about... Well, let's do this one. Intercept Ares Squadron. I think this will show off. Because this, I think I get to take a squadron. I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. This might just be me. Yeah, this one I think I get. Although refugee convoy is really an annoying mission. Escort freight. Ah, well, I guess we'll do this one. Alright, so this is refugee convoy. Which one's that? Sorry. Oh, that was it. I had it right there. Convoy. Here we go. 1072. Okay. Nope, wrong one. $72. I want to beep there. Okay. Oh, watch these guys. Yeah, the thermal weapon really does help for those guys. They're a lot more capable. Okay, mission refugee convoy. Great. Give me some wingmen, please. Nice. So I can do oh, don't do that. I can do attack information. Oops, hold on. So you can get into formation. And you can see. Okay, that's enough. Here's the convoy. Oh, this is such an annoying mission. I didn't fix this mission, this version, but I really will. I really should. This is a super annoying mission, but we'll see how the friendly fire stuff holds up. By the way, my friendly fire I think still holds up fine. Like I can't hit these guys. I mean, I can hit the convoy, but I can't hit my own wingmen. So that's something. And also, just, you can tell I'm trying to follow... Oh, no, I guess I don't need to do anything special with the nav path. A straight line avoids all enemy stations, so I think it's okay. We'll see what's happening. We'll see where we get attacked. Here they come. Oh, man, I should... These guys are annoying. I guess I'm just gonna break an attack. Whoops, sorry. Someone got him. Thank goodness. Yeah, that's not... Go get him. Okay, a couple more. Wait, is the Ion 9 using matter weapon sound instead of the energy weapon sound? Very probably. Very probably. It's not, Yeah, it is. It really shouldn't. That's probably a bug. Now let's see. Anything else? But anyways, I think you can see the Britannia I mean the Centurions are kind of holding up. Let me do one more. Oh. There we go. The Centurions look like they kind of held on, and they didn't. They haven't. I'm actually not even having to do very much on this mission, which maybe is a different bug. But at least it's not like the Centurions are useless, which is what they used to be. And even though I see plenty of friendly fire, it's not so bad that... Ah, we're almost done. That was not bad. I don't think I lost anybody. Okay. Let's go back. Oh, before I go back, let me go. Let's take on some of these guys just to see what it's like. Now that I've got a fleet, let's take on these guys. Uh-oh. I think I lost one. Whoa, where are you guys going? Oh my goodness. Those guys? Alright, okay, I better get these guys to form up before they kill each other. Take these guys out. Oh no. Now hunter killer? This guy I think I gotta take out myself. Oh, wait. No. Oh, so sad. They'll avenge me. Not too bad. No friendly fire against wingmen means I won't have to leave them behind whenever I do a mission anymore. We'll see. I mean, I don't think wingmen are by any stretch of the imagination perfect now. I hope they're going to be a little bit less useless. But I hope you guys will try this version out and see what it's like. See how it feels to you. It's between the wingman code, the tracking weapon changes. You know, I toned down the tracking weapons. You may or may not have seen that ministry report, but I basically toned down the tracking weapons to be a little bit less powerful, according to basically PM and NMS were both talking about it, and I think I hit all their points. And then all the armor changes. I think there's going to be some interesting things in this game. We'll see how it goes. The other thing I did with a lot of the fleet missions is I just made them scalable with the system level. So before, a lot of the missions, basically, no matter whether you encountered them at system level 7 or 9, you kind of got the same enemies, and usually they were pretty ridiculously powerful enemies. Now I changed it so that if you encounter some of those fleet missions early on, the enemies won't quite be as powerful, and you know, it makes sense because you're not going to be quite as powerful. So I think that's gonna help a lot. I really think that's gonna be pretty good. Okay, let's see. What else do I want to show off? let me try once again. Let's go back. I'll probably turn off this nav paths off. Let me try once again doing where am I? Severian Star? That's probably too. Let me look for a Commonwealth. Let me look for another a shipyard. Oh, I can go to. Let's go to Point Juno. I want to still try. I'm gonna need a lot of money. Let's try this. Let's. I haven't done this before. Let's try buying. Let's buy the Minotaur M because I do want to test this out. This is the non-M is kind of the slightly less powerful version. The M is pretty good. Although, by the way, it's still I'm actually going to get paid for this because I have so much. I have so much stuff. So I think I will take this. So what have I got? I've got Hex Phase Armor, which, boy, is probably not that... It's level 8. R9 Deflector. I've got Fusion Fire and a normal missile launcher, which I probably need to upgrade. Let's buy more Lucifers. Lucifers were also turned down. I've tuned down a little bit. I've got an Omni Directional Blaster here. I don't know if I want any more. Alright. Now let's see if I can do this mission. I actually don't think I'm going to make it with this mission. Oh, only fleet officers? Is that what she said? Well, let's see if I can do this. Let's do fleet rank 3. And let's do a... I don't know if I already have one or not, but... Only fleet officers. Oh, I need fleet rank 4? I guess I must. Okay, I'm missing something. I'll just say fleet rank. Here we go. Help. Scour the system looking for yes. Okay, so let's see how this works. This may... I probably need to make the Minotaur actually a little bit more powerful than this. We'll see. Because I think, like, right now, I don't think I'm going to survive. But let's try it. There's the asteroid field. Just when I get before... Okay, let me stop right here. This is not what I want. I'm just going to get killed. What I do want to do is kind of go in guns blazing. Is that working? There we go. Break an attack. Try to destroy all these turrets. And wow, I'm almost dead. I'm dead already. Fascinating. So that tells me, again, I probably need to... The Minotaur needs to be just a little bit more powerful. It means at this... In Point Juno, and you guys can tell me, in Point Juno, how strong do I need to be to survive Point Juno? You shouldn't... You know, whatever ship you buy in Point Juno should be able to survive Point Juno, I guess is my claim. I think I'm gonna need more than what I've got. I don't think. I wonder if I really should get a heavy missile launcher. Yeah, PM says practically level 9 or 10 stuff. So right now I think the Minotaur is level 8. So really I think I should go up at least one more level before we can really do it. The other way to do it, of course, is I can just play the mission differently. The thing about this mission is those turrets can really hurt me. I wonder if I just need different armor or better armor. Or better shields. Maybe I just need ion immune shields. Oops. Wow, that was close. Let's get out of here. Also, my maneuverability really is not good. So what I can do here... Let me try something else. Because these guys... Wow, look, I'm trying to stop and it takes forever to stop. I could just try shooting off missiles. Oops. There goes the fleet. Once the fleet moves out, I can chase the fleet without dealing with the turrets. Although I can't catch them is part of the problem. I'm not fast enough. Yeah, I'm totally not fast enough, and it's just gonna regroup and then come back. Oh, there it goes. I got the chasm, so now these guys can handle. They'll catch up because I'm really slow. And I do have an Omni weapon, so... Oh, no, don't go for that commune. These guys have a freaking attention span of a cat. Alright. Now I gotta get back before the other ships attack. So I do think I'm gonna have to upgrade the Minotaur a little bit. Okay. Did I do it? Nice work. Okay, now the Comet Falls. Okay. Those I can take out. I hope. Hey George, do you have any plans to add more point defense weapons to the game? I really think they need more variety beyond just 2 options. That's a great point, and I do agree that we need to do that. I'm probably not going to do that in 1.8, but now that you mention it, I really do think we need it. So, oops, what happened? One thing is, wingmen are not immune to any explosions that happen, so if I kill one of these guys, they're not going to be immune to the explosions. Which is something to be a problem. Almost done. Whoa, jeez. But the fact that these wingmen have survived, even though they're like in the middle of this, I think it's pretty decent. I'm gonna let them handle it, see what happens. Let's see how the AI does it. I'm still getting watch your target spam. There's something else going on. Ah, there we go. Nice job, guys. So look at that. I think even all my wingmen survived. Oops, I don't want to talk there. Okay, one last one. Let's do the Europa. Let's see if we can handle it. Oh, I think my wingmen don't follow me to the Europa. Oh, well, that's okay. Let's scope it out. Watcher targets might be from non-wingmen. You know, what I think it is... whoa, this guy turns like something that doesn't turn fast. I think the watcher target spam. I think what it is it's explosions. It's I think if I cause an explosion, I get blamed. I think. So again, that's another thing where, or even if wingmen cause an explosion, I think I get blamed. So again, that's a case where that I think I can fix. That's not too bad. I forgot what it is already. Toxic Cloud 365. That should have been easy to remember. Okay. Loot. Ah, finally a heavy launcher. Now we're talking. I can sell this stuff. Okay. I wonder if the Minotaur should have more cargo space. How much cargo space do I have? 200, 100 tons, not even 200 tons. I guess that's the trade-off. Centurions seem much stronger. Yeah, I think they're going to be a little bit better. You know, now I might worry about whether they're too strong, but I think for now they're okay. Okay, let's see. They got nothing to upgrade. Do I got any good weapons? Oh yeah, I'm gonna replace this guy. I'm gonna buy a bunch of these guys. Might as well buy some of these. I can't sell anything, so I gotta go somewhere else to sell. I'm gonna backtrack. I don't want to go forward yet. Needs a cargo hold. Yeah, you know, it's I wasn't sure for the I can go here. For the Minotaur, I wasn't sure what the trade-off would be. You know, if I added a cargo hold, then it would just cost that much more money. Maybe at that point it's okay. Oh, nice. Rin. Okay, what do I need? Tritium injector? Sure. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. That I think I can buy. I think Ringers will pay me good money for that. Dual fusion fire, huh? Great bomb. Sandstorms in particular should be at least... Okay, sorry, I think the new Centurions are pretty tough. Are the Ares still supposed to be winning? Yeah, the Ares I think are supposed to be winning. I think the idea there is that there's just way more of them than there are of the poor Commonwealth. Mark 7 howitzer. I don't have enough Rin. I already have. If there's an Omni, Okay, that's good enough for now. Oh, actually, what I do want... Is there a better shield? No, nothing better. And I don't even have enough Rin. Okay. Well, let's go to Nick's station. This is... I'll also do stuff here. This is just leftover. Oh, no wonder I'm overloaded. I gotta dump some of this stuff. Let me jettison this stuff. Okay. What's this? Targeting ROM? Yes, I figured. Okay. Let's go to Nick's. There it is. Anything I can sell? No. Let's buy some stuff. This is the new weapon. This is the new weapon that the Centaurians have. There's a dual SAR/10 cannon. There's a single a SAR 40, and I think there's an advanced SAR or something like that. I probably want some heavy ortho steel or carbide carapace. No, ortho steel. I don't think I want Novaya because, for obvious reasons, I don't have the... Yeah, no, orthosteel. I mean, the other possibilities I could have gone for Ithalium. But, no, I think this is good. 400 hit points. 400 hit points is pretty good. And is there a better reflector? No. Wait, when you sell a ship, do you still get to keep the old gear? You only keep the gear in your cargo hold. The reason you saw when I was selling a whole bunch of like old reactors and old crap is because of the cheat codes I had. With the cheat codes I had, every time I upgrade, it keeps the old gear. So no, when you sell a ship, anything installed in the old ship gets sold with the old ship. So if you wanna keep that old gear, you have to uninstall it first, and keep it in your cargo. Anything in cargo obviously still stays. Okay, let me use this. Plus 10% for whatever good that does. Anything else that I can buy? No. No, okay. Refuel. And that's it. Let's take on some stuff and see how good this ship is. Whoa! Someone just did something. Someone's fighting a losing battle. Maybe I need like a... Oh, I think I missed the battle. I wonder if I can buy a drive upgrade. That might be good too. The thing about the Minotaur is it does have a lot of slots free, so I can buy some good slots. Novaya, no. Stick with what I know. Let's take these guys out. So this guy, I think my strategy here is basically just bombard. The nice thing about this is that with the linked fire, I can shoot both the howitzer and the Omni. So that really does help me. Transuranic, nope. Now, I shouldn't have a penalty, do I? I don't have a penalty. Yeah, no, there's no penalty. Oh, but maybe it's because it's not. That's 5 tons, huh? 12 tons. Huh, maybe I do have a penalty. That's okay if I do. Okay. Let's keep going. So we're technically out of time, but again, these are kind of... I haven't started a new series yet, so just feel free to ask me questions. And PM, I was serious about showing off Drake Tech if you want me to, but if not, I'm certainly happy to wait until it's feel it's more ready. Okay. Let me sell this stuff. So I think I might just... The only thing I might do to this ship is I might just give it better armor. Maybe like level 9 armor instead of level 8 armor just might make it just a little bit more survivable. Let's see. Let's see if I can go after these guys. I could also... Oh, well this was a mistake. I like went right in the middle of them. Totally. I think I got him. I got them both. Ooh, an Auton. Ah, a low-level Auton. That's not going to be very much. Oh, well, might help. Oops, oops. Oh my goodness. I'm way. Oh. I gotta go someplace. Terratons? Oh my goodness. Yeah, too late. As our Minotaur ship's going to start appearing as NPCs too? That's a great question, and I didn't get to that in 1.8 Beta 1. But yes, I think they should. I think I will. Next release, probably Beta 2. We can add them to like whether it's Point Juno or some others. But for sure, I think that's a good idea. Would be cool if some high-level fleet missions had Minotaur or 2 as escorts. Then, when you're sent to fight a Phobos or something, that's a great idea. Hello. Sorry. As always, I bumped something. The mute button is like right next to where I'm sitting. So yeah, so great idea. It would be cool if some high-level fleet missions had a Minotaur or 2 as escorts. That's a great idea. And PM says we can replace an Oryx or 2 with a Minotaur. I think that's a great idea. So I've written that down. We'll figure that out. Let's see what else. So I've got some good bugs out of this session. I think I'll be able to. Most of these are simple bugs to fix, so I can fix these before release. But like I said, my plan is I'm really close to just finishing up the documentation for the release, mostly all the API changes, and once I'm done with those, then I'll do a release. So hopefully tonight or tomorrow, probably more likely tomorrow. I'll do a release of 1.8 Beta 1, and I'm excited to hear what you guys think about it. 1.8 Beta 1 at this point I feel is feature complete. That poor Minotaur is not going to last too much longer. Oh, it didn't. Little Minotaur against the Dreadnought, I wouldn't expect that to work. You know, the other thing I might do with Minotaurs, I think we also need, and I talked about this last time, heavier armor. I should come up with a couple of super heavy, super heavy or massive armor segments at levels 8 and 9, and the Minotaur should be able to have that, because the whole point of having a Corvette is that you can have heavy armor. You don't need to be, you're not limited like the Sapphire. The Sapphire is limited in its armor. But the Corvette really should not be, so I'll definitely do that. NMS says, I guess I'm too slow to get my AI aim changes in. Yeah, I mean, there's still room, only because Beta 1, I just want to get out there, but this is Beta 1. There'll be a Beta 2. There's always another train leaving, so keep working on it. I always appreciate that help. Giant Cabbage has a bunch of changes submitted for improving the rumor system. I haven't totally looked at them, but they look pretty good, and I think it makes sense to make the rumor systems a lot better. So I won't put that into Beta 1 either, because it's just came in. But that'll go in Beta 2. So what else? Let's see. PM says, I plan to turn my Minotaur into a speed demon if I can, meaning big engine upgrade and light armor. Yeah, I think that's fine. The thing that, again, the Minotaur is supposed to be a fairly powerful ship. By the time you are able to buy it, you should already have, I mean, it's going to cost you a ton of money, so you should already be pretty powerful. So it's okay in my mind, and you guys will have to see if this is true, but it's okay in my mind if the Minotaur as a class is more powerful than the starting ships. So I don't, whereas the Sapphire and the Freighter and the Wolfen all have trade-offs. The Wolfen gives up some slots to get speed and weapons, that kind of stuff. It's okay if the Minotaur doesn't have the same trade-offs. I mean, it's a much larger ship. It's going to cost a lot to buy. It's okay if it essentially has more slots, or as many slots as the Freighter, let's say. But yeah, and the reason I'm saying this is because since it's a much larger, since it's already starting out as a heavier ship, the drive is already powerful enough to push it, and adding heavier armor shouldn't affect the maneuverability or the speed that much. So I guess my point is, you should almost be able to have it all. You should be able to upgrade the engines and still have heavy armor and still have it go pretty fast. I think that still would be balanced, because like I said, you have to get to the point where you can buy it. So but we'll see if that still works. Okay. I definitely think it's alright if the Minotaur, this is the newest, I definitely think it's alright if the Minotaur has more advantages than the basic ship, especially if it's expensive. Yeah, my goal there again is to give the player more stuff to covet. This kind of Transcendence, this kind of game, and RPGs in general, you always want to have something that the player covets. The minute the player maxes out, then the game starts, it's one less reason to play the game. So I'm always trying to have something for the player to want. NMS says, basically the range at which this is about the AI changes. I made one change that helps in one way but exposes several other problems. Basically, the range at which they switch from maneuvering to aiming is randomly between 1/4 to 1/11 of the max range of each ship. Oh, interesting. But when they're actually in aim mode, there are several problems. They never thrust until they drift out of range. They sometimes think they're in range but won't fire, maybe because there's no intercept solution. They don't adjust their aim as long as the weapon is aligned. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. By the way, NMS, you probably missed my demo, but I'll show you. We could also fix this. Let me show you something. Here I am in Point Juno. Oh, I'm all the way back in Point Juno. Oh, no, I'm not in Point Juno. I'm in... Yeah, this is right. I'm gonna... Everyone else can ignore what I'm about to say, but I want you to show NMS this because they might appreciate it. Hang on. Here we go. New function, debug set, which lets you turn on some debugging stuff. Show line of fire will show debugging information for the firing, not for the firing solution, but for the line of fire that decides whether or not you're going to hit a friend or not. So in this case, I'll pause. You can see this guy, his line of fire is clear, so he can fire without hurting a friend. In this guy, he has a red line of fire. That means he's blocked. He's blocked by this guy. So this is a way to debug what's going on in terms of the ships. I show this so that if you want, you or I can add additional of these kinds of HUD things to help you debug the AI. So you can add this for AI aiming or whatever. Are the circles the object size? No, I think it's just an arbitrary. It's an arbitrary size. I didn't do it based on the object size. Like this one, you know, here the station's beam is blocking, but it's the same size at all times. Targeting computer upgrade confirmed. This is just for debug. This will only work in debug mode. These settings. It's not. They're not. I don't think they're certainly not meant to be useful for players. If there is something that is useful for players, then maybe we'll add that to an advanced targeting computer. But this kind of stuff is just for debugging. So anyway, so my point is, if there's something that we need to add to help you debug the AI, we could do it. That's really my point. Okay. Because you know I have to ask, will DBG set work on the intro screen? I think it will not, unfortunately. No. But it should. It should, so feel free to add it as a bug. When I implemented it, I realized after I implemented that I put it in the wrong layer. It really should be at the lowest level graphics layer, or engine, at the lowest level engine layer. Instead, it's at the HUD layer, and there's no HUD in the intro screen, so that's why it doesn't show up in the intro. But why not just put it at the engine level? That makes it, because there's no reason why it shouldn't be in the intro. So yeah, add as a bug. It's not even in the release game yet. I know. I won't get a chance to add it to the beta 1, but beta 2, why not? I mean, I could probably add it. Okay. I actually built the game with some combat debug switches on. Oh, good. That's been helpful in IDing what's going on. Yeah, so I think rather the direction I'm moving towards is, rather than, you know, I built a bunch of debug switches, but you have to recompile the game to see those switches, which A, is a pain, and B, doesn't work for people who are writing mods. So I think in general what I'm going to do is all those debugging switches I'm going to turn into runtime switches, so that any developer can, anybody creating a mod can turn on those debug switches just to see, to help them debug. So, and the AI is no different. We can certainly help you debug that. Will the Britannia class ships be playable in Beta 1, or is that coming later? That's coming later. I've got a ticket about that, I think. Let's see. Let me go here. Create playable Britannia. Here we go. Create playable Britannia class. It's not. I probably should put it in 1.8, but in fact, I'll do that now. I'll make it 1.8. So hopefully I'll get to it by then. Okay, back to Twitch. What's going on here? Who's attacking? But somebody's attacking. Somebody's mad. Okay. Good. Yeah, I'm glad you asked, because then now I can put it in. It's a world ship, PM says, and I bet he's right. Let's see. Oh well, sure was something. Oh, and it died. Nice. Nice. Alright. Well, that's cool. Of course, I have no room. I have to jettison some stuff. I honestly don't think I've ever seen those satellites attack anything before. I think they do. Okay, that's it. Everything else I don't need. Let me jettison stuff. Oh, I'm not gonna jettison that. Let me sell this stuff, is what I meant. Yeah, so all this stuff that you see here, like I said, this is not because it's my old junk. This is just left over from my cheat codes. I'm gonna turn this off because boy, it can get really busy. But it's super helpful. It was super helpful, so. Let's see where all this dead stuff is. Oh, this is very good. It's a world ship. They only attack chaotic evil things, namely Xenos and rogue fleet. Oh, right. Right. Yeah, Terratons are kind of neutral, so they don't attack things unless they're chaotic evil, essentially. Old alignment system is like D&D alignment, easy to remember. What? Totally right. Totally right. I had to start somewhere. I really want to buy some of this stuff, but I can't afford it. Let's see what else is over here. Did I try not to get killed in? If you destroy a dead one, the rest will attack you. Huh. I think the alignment system could really use a rework at some point. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's certainly, you certainly can make it do what you want, meaning you can always just do you know, your own relationships and program the relationships however you want. That certainly works. Whoa, 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 whoa. Penitent Monastery. Huh, that's... Notice my omnidirectional didn't go and attack the other guy, probably because I'm targeting the... Oh my goodness. These guys again? These guys killed me last time. It's hard to get past that. I should get out of here before I take too much damage. This guy had the time. Oh, jeez. Again? By the way, notice PM is right. The sustain bubble is a little too short for this guy. I really do need to do that procedurally. It was just a little hard. I better repair before I do anything. And I probably should avoid these guys. Oh! There's nothing to do here. I gotta go refuel. Quick, 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 quick. Okay, let me see. There we go. Okay, now I'm feeling better. Procedural relationship generation might be cool, but we need a lot of other things before we really do anything. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, NMS says, it seems to be based on the theory that most relationships between sovereigns are determined by ideology, but if you look at actual major conflicts, most of them are about resources or old grudges like real life. That's fair. I have no problem with that. That's harder to model in the abstract, meaning if all you've got is two sovereigns, it's hard to say whether they are coming into resource conflict without, kind of knowing more about the world. So I think in those situations, the way I would do it is I would still assign the ideology in whatever way it made sense, but, oh, watch your targets. I would still assign the ideology in whatever made sense, but I would then add explicit relationships, to show that any two sovereigns are in conflict. The ideology stuff really just essentially sets up defaults. It's most useful for when you don't know which other sovereigns exist in the world because of extensions or because of whatever. Like for instance, if someone adds new sovereigns via an extension, the old sovereigns can't be. You don't want to have to update the old sovereigns to set up the extensions. So kind of the ideology stuff is basically just the defaults. But if you really do know what the conflicts are, then you should just set explicit relationships. And Eternity Port does that to a large extent. I'm pretty sure it doesn't rely on the. In fact, when it did rely on just the ideology stuff, it didn't quite work, and there were a lot of bugs. I pretty much hard-coded relationships with my factions. It makes things easier. Yeah, I think that's. I mean, I think that's roughly what I would expect. I don't think an automated system will yield what you want 9 times out of 10. So that's kind of what I think. I'm almost tempted to ignore the new alignment system and stick with the deprecated system. Yeah, that's certainly fair, and even though it's deprecated, it doesn't mean it's going to go away anytime soon. So that would certainly work. I would basically the way that works is the deprecated system just maps to one of the new alignments. So it's not going to be a problem. But like I said, if you really want full control, you just need to hardcode the relationships. I think that's probably a better bet. What I would like to do, and I think this might make sense too. I don't know if this is implemented, but you should be able to set relationships by attribute, not just by. Well, you definitely can by ideology now, but you should also be able to set it by attribute. Like, a sovereign should have an attribute, and based on that attribute, you should be able to set relationships. So, for example, imagine that the Commonwealth had an attribute like major power, you know, and then or even major human space power, something like that. Then you can imagine that when you can create sovereigns that have relationships just to major human space powers, and that would allow you to have more flexible relationships. You don't have to specify absolutely every single link. You can just kind of specify rough rules. Conversely, you could have maybe the Commonwealth always has antagonism against, let's say, rebel powers or anarchist powers or insurgent powers, whatever you want to call it, and that's just an attribute on the sovereign, and then you can design new sovereigns that play into that, so that it would just work automatically. So that's another thing that we could do, and that might be interesting. I haven't used any of this stuff. Alright, well, I'll take up 1 or 2 more questions. It's pretty much time for me to go start some dinner, but as always, it's great to be here. Great to talk to you guys. I believe it or not, I tried to download EV Nova to try to do a demo for it today because I thought it might be fun to just play it. But unfortunately, it's just totally, it needs QuickTime, which I don't even have, so I didn't get to fully install it. Oh, there goes Hilo. Hilo's barking at another dog. Ah, he's so fun. Alright. I wonder about some of the enemy sovereigns being effectively allied. Yeah, yeah, so I'll look into that. I mean, this is something that I think part 2 will need more of, the whole sovereign thing. So that might be a good time to do it. After this, by the way, my plan is to work on part 2. Basically, I really just need to spend more time on part 2. This time I've mostly been spent on just doing some of these changes, which I'm very happy about. I mean, I'm really actually very happy about the shipyard changes and the armor changes. I think there's a lot of good major changes in this version that I'm very happy about. But now we get back to part 2 and try to get that out the door, because there's still a lot of work on that. So that's my after this gets released, I want you guys to test it and just, you know, throw in all the feedback you can. And while you're playing, I'm going to be working on part 2 to try to get that as you know, as ready as possible. So anyway, seems like empires, for instance, are more likely to be enemies of other empires than allies in the abstract. Yeah, I think that you're right, and I think if you map to the old alignment system, I think empires are lawful evil, or you know, or destructive order. I think, which I think they aren't enemies. All I can do to explain it is, you know, you're right. Empires would compete with each other, but you know, they also understand that they can't necessarily go to war, or they will lose everything. So they have cold wars. But if you have a hot war between two empires, you're right. You just have to set up a explicit relationship. The new armor shield displays need absolute value options instead of just displaying percentages. I thought about that. I don't mind that as an option. The hard part is you do eventually run out of room, especially in part 2. I mean, in part 2, you're gonna have hit point values in the tens of thousands. Eventually, so I think eventually you just run out of room, and so I don't know. Maybe I can do a combination. Maybe I need to start scaling hit points when you get to the higher levels. I don't know, but that's why I started doing percentages. So I don't know. Maybe we got to do both. We'll figure it out. Okay, but that's it for me. Thank you very much as always for watching. I'm excited. So tomorrow, hopefully, this will be out the door. This version will be out the door, and you guys can start playing with it. Thanks a lot, and see you then.